All right, a very, very pleasant and good morning. Welcome to another informative and educative edition of the program Road to Health. And our long program brought to you by the Ministry of Health, of course, designed to educate, inform, and empower you about health related matters. Well, today is Tuesday, January 13, 2025, and 2026. And driving you through this edition of the program, I am Noah and
Melvin Stewart.
and of course, we are joined by AB Salif, Communications Officer, who's here making sure that you get access to this program through the Ministry's official Facebook page. So, however, where you are joining us this morning, wherever you are joining us from, I'd like to say welcome. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. For those of you joining through the Ministry's official Facebook page, we'd like to encourage you this morning to like and share the live stream. Invite a friend to watch along with you. And to our dedicated radio listeners, it's always good to be here with you. Increase the volume of your radio and invite someone to listen along with you. Well, this morning we have invited in studio three esteemed guests from the Ministry of Health, specifically the Environmental and Occupational Health Unit. And they are there this morning to provide valuable insights on proper sanitation and how it impacts our environment. Well, we'll take a very short break to be right back with details. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. We have Mr. Paul Y.S. Quemini, Acting Director, Environmental and Occupational Health Unit, Ministry of Health, Mr. Timothy K. Tai, National Watch Coordinator of the Ministry of Health, Environmental and Occupational Health Unit, and we also have Mrs. Hubu K.S. Soni, Research and Development Coordinator, Environmental and Occupational Health Unit at the Ministry of Health, where our guests are set this morning to talk us through the role of proper sanitation in reducing diseases in our environments. Well, before we join our guests, good morning, Melvin.
Good morning, Angel, and good morning, everyone.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's always good to be here with you.
Of course,
Happy New Year.
yes, of course, Happy New Year and Happy New Year to everybody as well.
Okay, please welcome our guests this morning.
We have our guest here from the Occupational Environmental Health Unit at the Ministry of Health, and the person is here, introduced them already. The director is here, is the acting director, OIS Kwalini, and Timothy K. Tar, the National Watch Coordinator, of course, Madam Mubu K. Soni, also from, she's a Research and Development Coordinator at the unit. And the last time we hosted him here, I think it's the need for more information to be provided is the reason they have returned. And I hope we'll give them more time to talk and give like maybe 10 minutes to the public to interact with them. I think that would be very splendidly, accepted. Okay, let's begin with you, Mr. Kwame. Good morning and welcome again.
Good morning. Good morning, Inja. Good morning, Melvin. Uh, we want to say thank you again for giving us the opportunity to be here this morning, like you rightly said. Last time we came here, our discussion was mostly on the facility. Today we are talking on sanitation, but concentrating on the community. We're going to make sure that we break down what sanitation is, what does it matter for the health system, how does it impact our health as population, as individual, and what are some of the steps we need to take to improve it at our communities level, our health facilities level, and also in our various homes. So basically, our discussion is going to be centering on sanitation as a whole, and how does it impact the public health systems of our country.
Good. Madam Soni, morning again. Welcome. Okay, that's good. Mr. Ta, morning.
Good morning, Melvin. Good morning.
All right. today, like to share, let's begin with Mr. Coleman. Firstly, explain in a local term, in a local language, to the people listening to you, what do we mean by sanitation?
Thank you, Melvin. So, like you rightly said, for our listeners across the country, especially those in the rural areas of Liberia, uh, this topic is very important. So, we want to take our time to discuss it at the lowest term. So, basically, when we talk about sanitation, we are talking about how you can be able to take care of your surrounding, to make sure that waste that comes from human being, they are properly managed, especially waste that come from inside of our body in the environment is properly managed. And when we talk about human waste, we're talking about feces or toilet, urine, and other waste that we create from our household activities. So those things, they are very important for us as people, because if we do not manage those things properly, it affect our health. That is, it make us sick. It lead us to spending money at the hospital. It makes the hospital people to be overwhelmed. Make them, you see the hospital pack no bed. So I mean, we're just going to talk more about how some of our activities in the community can actually create a problem for us and causing us to get sick and leading our population to not be healthy. So basically, that's how we want to begin. And I think that's the lowest term we can explain sanitation.
You want to come in, Madam Study?
Um, yes, again, good morning to our listening public, and good morning to our minister, the Minister of Health, who's always keeping us on our feet, I call her the Fire Minister, and also giving us the opportunity by the Director of Communication, um, Mr. Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Yes, so I want to tell him thank you, because for every time the minister called on him, and he gave us that opportunity. So again, we want to say, when we say sanitation, we are spearheading sanitation at the Ministry of Health, which is the Environmental and Occupational Health Unit. Sanitation is probably just simply taking care of your environment, taking care of your surrounding, and taking care of yourself, right? So when we talk about sanitation, we means people should take their own health matter in their hands. People should be able to be responsible for their community, the cleanness of the community. Sanitations, if you are very taking care of your health, I means it will help you a lot. And improper sanitations, if you don't do proper sanitation, it will turn to poor sanitation. And when it turns to poor sanitation can lead to poor health. Yes. If we say poor health, the poor health, some of the things we can do that can lead to poor health, that by not managing your waste properly. Yes. Just defecating anyhow without open defecation. You just go and defecate, maybe children defecating all in the community. And we know that when people defecate around, when children defecate in the community, the flies will go and sit on our feces, and the flies will transmit other diseases that can even help you, or that can lead to typhoid, that can even give you diarrhea. Because some of the diseases that you can get if you not take care of your surrounding, or you take care of your homes or the community properly. Yeah, so sanitation go beyond. So
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Melvin. No, my boss actually said it, and my senior colleague Jay finalized everything. We found issue, we found society problem, we found the increase of disease and different illnesses. So sanitation, as we call it, is key in our environment. So if society or a community focus on sanitation, proper sanitation. We make that society or that community safe for the next generation.
Oh, Incha, you want to come?
Yeah, so our topic talks about the role of proper sanitation in reducing diseases in our environment. But let's talk a little about diseases, the diseases themselves.
Okay, before we delve into the disease discussion, it's important to understand the magnitude of poor sanitation. So because of that, I would just like to provide some few statistics on sanitation issues. In 2024, the Joint Monitoring Program that is normally held by uh, the UNICEF, they conducted a survey across the country, and they noticed that 24% of the population had uh, coverage to basic sanitation. Uh, that means you have vast majority of our people who do not have basic sanitation. And we talk about basic sanitation, we're saying that a household should have a latrine with at least two compartments, one for male, one for female. And they should be able to have maybe a place to dispose their waste and other things. They also let us to know that the same survey in 2024, 34% of the population of Liberia was practicing open defecation. 34%, if you translate that into uh, raw number, you're talking about close to 2 million people. And that 2 million people practicing open defecation, that means when we talk about open defecation, where people will just go into the environment or in a community behind a house, the nearby bushes, in the water that near them, they just sit there and then ease themselves. Liberia is one of the countries that have a very heavy rainfall. In fact, Monrovia is considered as one of the world's wettest cities. When open defecation is happening in a country where you see heavy rainfall and erosion, and you still have people drinking from open wells, you still have people whose homes have a lot of erosions, it's not black water from the streets coming down to them. It tells you that the issue of poor sanitation creates vulnerability for everybody. So I wanted to make that before I come to diseases that people can contract from poor sanitation. If you look at our disease trend now, you see malaria, typhoid. They are like the two most common conditions in our society. And all of these conditions, they are sanitation related. Especially oftentimes you go to the hospital, you are diagnosed with typhoid. Whenever you are diagnosed with typhoid, they are basically telling you that you have been able to take in feces, because the bacteria that cause typhoid definitely come from feces. So whenever you hear that you have typhoid, it's telling you that some kind of way you were able to take in maybe food that was exposed to feces, or water that you drank that was exposed to feces. So you get typhoid. Not only that, you get stomach running from poor sanitation activities. You also have dysentery, which is also another common condition in our setting. So that means if we do not take care of our environment, where people just waste human waste all over, things that come from our system, those dirt that we make all around us, if we do not take proper care of it, that is, we have a proper way of managing it, building latrines, building a kind of a systems, not just latrine, but latrines that will not burst and flow into the community. A latrine that will be well cared for, that the odor will not be all over the areas. If we do not take these things the population will continue to be exposed to disease like typhoid, malaria, diarrhea, cholera, because those are the consequences if you do not pay attention to cleaning the environment. So it's a responsibility, like Tumede rightly said. It's not just a kind of a thing that we need to have the knowledge, but it has to do with practice. If you do not clean your bedroom, because sanitation activities start with an individual. From the individual, it extends to the group of people or the family. From the family, the neighborhood. From the neighborhood, the entire community get affected. When the community get affected, you see the entire population get affected. So it's something that every one of us, those at the community level, those that are listening to us, building your homes without latrine, you are exposing the population to disease like typhoid. You are exposing the population to cholera, to stomach running, especially our under 5. Under 5, they are very vulnerable. Whenever they are exposed to this condition, if a quick action not taken, it lead to death. So that's what makes sanitation very important. Like before I can turn over, you look at malaria. Malaria basically is when we do not take care of our surrounding. When you got the surrounding get dries up and then stagnant water sits in, you have the different objects that we dispose in the environment. Those objects have some stagnant waters in it, and then the mosquitoes take pleasure and breed. And whenever they breed, they multiply, and that they transfer the malaria parasite to us. After a few times, we run to the hospital, we come down with malaria. So these are some of the conditions that we get from poor sanitation.
This is Soli. You want to add it?
Yes. So yes, he did. Thank you, Director. The director already made the thesis. So he did mention the diseases that people actually get when you practice poor sanitation. In the short typhoid, of course, diarrhea, you got dysentery, you got malaria, and we know in Liberia what malaria is doing, especially to children under 5 and pregnant women. We know what it has been doing. So if we take care of our property, those sicknesses or diseases, we will avoid those diseases. And some of the things that we can do that can really help us to stay out of diseases, like we use safe bathroom, right? Our bathroom should be clean. Yes. Whenever you are going to the bathroom, because bathroom are places that we normally take really diseases from, because a lot of people go there and they probably use it. Even if it is your own personal bathroom at home, make sure you clean it, because germs can find their way through bathroom, through dirty places. So you make sure to take care of your bathroom, you make sure to take care of your food you eat, you make sure even the water. If we don't take care of our surrounding, our water will be contaminated. Because if you have the place all like you have cabbage all over, those cabbages, the germs will go there and it will multiply. From there, it will just start locating efforts to go so that they can get there also, because they are said they are living. Yeah, they are living. So they are looking for places to be. So when they go to those places, they go to our water, they go to our food. I mean, sometimes we touch your teeth and we don't wash our hands. You go there and we will get it, we will take it in. He talk about typhoid. One of the things that I already know of typhoid, when typhoid continue being in the intestine, it can cause intestinal perforations. When we say intestinal perforation, the typhoid can cause small hole in the intestine, and it can be very bad. So when we go to malaria again, malaria are killing people. So when we say sanitation, we need to take sanitation into our own hands. Sanitation, it doesn't belongs to only health workers, or it doesn't belongs to only maybe MCC. or PCC. No, sanitation goes beyond. Sanitation is everybody business in this country. So even I can tell people, I mean, people started doing well when you eat your food in the street here. You buy banana. We understand even the cold water that we drink it now. You know everybody here we drink it, we say mineral water. We drink mineral water. But when you drink your plastic water, they got trash bin along the road. They got a green trash bin. You can see along the road. Just walk there and put a plastic. Someone may say, but like only one plastic are true. True in case you have 1,000 person chunking that plastic there, 1,000. You know how much plastic will be there? So we need to take our own health into our hands. We need to clean our community. We need to stop wasting garbages anyhow. So that we sit at our homes, we give the garbage to those zogos. Oh, go and throw my garbage. You don't even know where the zogo go and put it. Whether you got your drainage or you got water pipe, they just go and put it there. And the children will go the place. So we just want to advise the public. We want to advise the public to take sanitation serious. If you take sanitation serious, your health will be serious. It will help you to live long. So Liberians as a whole, we need to take sanitation serious. They got something they call first impression. When you have a stranger visiting your home, for the first time, you see people preparing, but equally so, stranger can face Liberia. We want to compare Liberia to other countries. Like, oh, when you go Ghana, when you go Nigeria, maybe you go South Africa. Yeah, you will see the place is clean. But who clean the places? That the people own serve. They're taking it into their own hands. So we can also help, we also build that mindset that, oh, my country, I will try to keep my home clean. From my home, because if you know how to keep your home clean, you even teaching your children how to keep the home clean. When they go all, they will have that mindset. When you go all, you will also have that mindset. Oh, we need to keep Liberia clean. People coming from other countries visiting. The first time people come, when they see your country clean, they say, oh, Liberia is a nice country. We would love to go there again. When they come in here, they give their money here, they're doing other things here. So,
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Angeline, thank you. No, the experts have said it all, but I just want to bring this to our attention. When you hear about disease, you're talking about condition that affect the normal working of the body, and there are signs that come with those condition. For example, you just sitting, you start getting weak in your body. Your muscle start getting better. You know, meaning that something is telling you that something happening to your body. So that condition, it doesn't come dead, but that you have to do something against your body that will bring that condition. So disease is a condition that we ourselves put ourselves into it, especially when we do sanitation to be like it in our home, in our community. So that condition, we can prevent it. And there are ways we can prevent it. I think my colleagues get learn all those conditions. So so I just wanted to link something going on the disease and sanitation in terms of health. So in terms of health, sanitation leads to the spread of disease. Sanitation leads to the spread of disease. And disease, while good sanitation protect and promote good health. So you see that condition that leads to the spread of disease will also give birth to a good condition for your human body if you are practicing it well. So that link is directly working. If it's working in our community, if it's working in our environment, wherever we find ourselves, we live a healthy life and we live longer. So that condition should not be overlooked.
hello.
All right. So sanitation is a critical human right that should be protected. But like I've heard all of you, even not, I mean, from others from the outside, we continuously practice poor sanitation, irrespective of all of the messages that have been preferred by the relevant stakeholders. Have we come to understand or to realize as experts as to why are we still practicing primitive way of living, even in the urban area? It's more like vulnerable to our sanitation issues than the hinterland. Have we realized, have we understood, have we done some research to know what is the actual cause of us in the urban area being so poorly, are poorly living the way we don't supposed to be?
Okay, thank you very much, Melvin. I think basically some of the reasons why we still find ourselves practicing poor sanitation that is exposing us to continuing diseases is because of it starts with behavior. Behavior change matters a lot. We need to start thinking that the health improvement of our health does not begin at the hospital. It starts with us in our various homes. Like if you look at Japan, in 2019, when we went to Japan specifically to study infectious disease and community health improvement, they told us we were like most of countries like you people that have a lot of different infectious diseases. But the steps that they took was basically sanitation and behavior change. So you see, Liberia, we have a lot of laws, regulations on the board. You have the city ordinance law, you have uh, um, the health facility wash management policy guidelines. These different guidelines are in place. Sometimes maybe we will say that the implementation might not be very strong, but it has to do with we ourselves as citizens. Because, for example, you know that if you sit here, another person is down here, and then you allow your children to come your back porch and sit there and defecate. Sometimes you take those feces and waste it in a dump site. You have in our society here, we do not keep our pets or dogs in a way like advanced country. So our pets go into the dump site, the children go into the dump site, and then when they take these things, they come into contact with these feces. When they come back home, hand washing measure is not practiced at the home level, and then they are exposed to these diseases. So behavior change matters. People need to start seeing the fact that they themselves need to take initiatives of their health. For you to have a good public health system, it begins with the population itself, how they can think about transforming. They are thinking about how they take care of their environment and then transform that thinking into practice. Every home should have a trash can. There should be a garbage disposal areas in the community. Community leadership should start coming up with a program wherein they can set up a kind of a waste collection system. That if you take your waste from your house, you don't just waste it anywhere, but you should be able to carry it to a designated area. And it should be collected on a timely basis to avoid it overflowing. When these practices are then actually put into place and everyone try to adhere to it, you notice that our community, our population begin to improve. The number of sicknesses or illness in our society begin to drop. So basically it's about behavior. People build house, no latrine. They say especially those along the swampy area, they will go, I will go over the water. But yet still we go into the water, we take what we call the kiss me. We go into the water, we take the tilapia, the one we call the buka, and we eat these things. We take these same feces and bring it back to us.
These are measures that build any country's economy, because but we see it as a barrier for us as a country. Moving forward, I know the community or city corporations across Liberia, they have their sanitation departments, but they alone cannot do it all. I pass to some areas and I see baby mothers throwing the pampers all over the place,
Sure.
and no proper disposal or all of that, and but from the end of your unit, what are you preferring? What are you what are you seeking for in terms of building up on to improve this entire sanitation thing we're talking about here today?
Okay, let me just come in, then my colleagues can follow. Just last year, I think we were able to work through the expanded program on immunization. We went across 9 counties where we were training babies' mothers on proper sanitation. We trained approximately about 300 babies' mothers across the country. And the essence of that is we noticed that mothers are the ones who are often at home with their kids. And most often, in terms of most of the household management activities, they take care of it. We thought to tackle them from our end as Ministry of Health or environmental unit responsible for sanitation activities, telling them that when you are in the home, instead of you just taking your baby dabbles or the pampers and then disposing it all in the environment, it will create more harm. It makes the children very sick because the children play right in the environment. When these feces are spread in the environment, they go into the sand. When they go play in the sand, some of these feces carry germ. Those germs live in their fingers. Sometimes it gave them worm diseases. So we were training them how they can be able at a household level to put in sanitation measure. And how do they do it? They should be able to identify a way that is suitable for their context. For example, if you have a particular place, maybe they might not be having the fund to buy maybe a waste bin system, but you should find a designated place that you can pile up these pampers, you can pile up this place and take it to a point that you know that when you dispose of it, animals will not come in contact with it, especially the pets in the domestic animals. The children in the environment will not come in contact. When water flow, it will not just create an erosion and then it dump into a drinking water. So we did this, and we think that targeting the mothers who are in the house often is the best approach that we can use to see how our community can adopt the best system to improve sanitation. Because if sanitation is not improved in our population, I tell you, Melvin, we're going to continuously have an overburdening health system. And when we talk about overburdening health system, like you go to some of the hospitals, JFK, no bed, people come in, the other person, the ER is packed, people vomiting, people coming with stomach running, the child stomach have been running. These are causes that lead to these things. And it's a responsibility of all of us, those who are not doctors, those who are not nurses, though you are not nurse, but you're able to prevent diarrhea. You are not a medical doctor, you're able to prevent malaria. So it's something that we all need to work around it. These are behavior, and this is what we've been doing. And when we go across our different health facilities, even the health facility communities, we educate those people who come to the facility. We educate them on proper sanitation, how to take care of their surroundings. We provide them, and we even show them the impact if you don't do it. These are things that are happening. So we keep educating them. So we are just praying that some of the policies that are in place already, how the government can also put their feet down to make some of these policies very strong. For example, if the Ministry of Health and MPhil, who are responsible for community health system activities or community sanitation, we can go down harder on them. Some of these people, if a house is not practicing proper sanitation, maybe the government could come up with some measures again. And sometimes we as human beings, we like to see some strong action before behavior change can come.
I think
Yes.
You see, we're talking about gaps. From the rundown from my boss, we have series of gaps that that we had to face. Like you are talking about surface sanitation problem in the work area, as you said. People are not aware inadequate system of practice. People are not aware. So the Minister of Health, as she uh, trusted the environmental occupational health unit strongly, we need the means, we need the opportunity, we need the resources, logistics to do more training in our health facility. Even extend to community the importance of sanitation. Because when the people don't have that knowledge, they will not do anything when it comes to sanitation. Sanitation in the rural area almost like a washing thing to them. They don't know much about it. When you say wash your hand, when you come from the farm or before you go on the farm, it seems that it's only strange to them. So it should be practiced. More knowledge, more awareness need to be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, to just our first, as the Reggie said, we just they are our people. Yeah, Liberians, we don't have nowhere to go, we don't have no other country, but this is our own. So you said firstly, what are some of the causes that make people and the education stay going on, at least awareness going on, but people still practicing post sanitation? Again, we cannot do what we are not able to do. We will continue to do our best. We will continue to carry on awareness. We will continue to put policies together that will be able to guide our people. We will continue to teach them. We cannot do anything to them. Like my boss may say, yes, the government will put things into places, will put mentions, like maybe they find some of them. But again, we will do all those things, but still, one of our paramount point is awareness. I think the government, through the Ministry of Health, will not relent. The teaching aspect will be done. We will teach our people, we will tell them the importance. You see people sitting down here, they got swamp, they just take the cabbages, put it in the swamp. Not knowing that even the fishes that are in that swamp, that those fish will depend on to help us. Again, help the children with all their nutritional status or whatsoever. When those fish are affected, you yourself will be affected. So we will not give up. As environmental arm of the Ministry of Health, we will continue to teach our people, we will continue to tell them the good practices that you will do that will help you to live long, or that will even help the children to come up fine and make them smarter. So we will not give up.
And then, before we open the phone line, like we see the health workers and government doing all they can on a daily basis to make sure that people adhere to some of these measures, given to them, the education, the different awareness every day. And adherence still remain a major issue, especially when it comes to waste management. You go in the market to see how people behave when it comes to waste, people in the communities. It still remains a major issue. So I think one thing is we as citizens, all of us need to change our behavior. The education will keep coming, we keep informing them and telling them this is the right thing to do. Adherence become something that people are not practicing. I think people need to pay attention to that. And like the director rightly said, government need to place a fine in a way that people will be pushed to take the right action. So I think when somebody dispose waste the wrong way, you find the person, when you find them, obviously they know they won't do the same thing, because when they do it, this thing will be coming back to them. So you want to add up?
Yes. Quickly,
please.
Angel, like with the current challenge that we have, I think we need to take a kind of a more integrated approach, wherein the different actors that has something to do with sanitation, like the Ministry of Health, the city government, you have Wash Commission, Environmental Protection Agency. Then we need to take a kind of a holistic approach or integrated approach towards community when it comes to this sanitation issue. For example, there are managed in these different institutions. Where if you build your house without latrine, There are laws on the board. Who's supposed to regulate that? Those who are supposed to regulate that should be able. We combine effort to engage this, because if the law says that do not build your house without a latrine, and we allow houses to exist without latrine, definitely it's like we are giving rise to what we are avoiding. So we need to take a kind of a joint approach to address this particular issue. If not, we're going to be challenged. And I also think that it's important while we talk about the different challenges, the weaknesses that we have, it's important to also highlight the benefit of improved sanitation. Improved sanitation leads to reduced illnesses among the population. It also leads to a healthy population and a productive population. If you are sick, if sometimes when someone running grab you, you're supposed to go to work, but because of the stomach running, diarrhea make you to be in bed, you are not able to produce. If you are somebody who are very strategically placed in a particular entity, and because of that you are not able to function, if that entity is supposed to carry on business for that day, because of your absence, definitely the productivity of that entity is going to be low. Besides that, it also reduces your health expenditure. And most importantly, it also reduces what we call antibiotic resistance. When the people take that typhoid medication all of the time, the typhoid you get yourself re-exposed to it. There's a tendency that the medication you are taking will build up resistance. It will make the body will not be able to the infection will not be able to get cured from that again, because you have been taking it over and build resistance. So these are the benefits. If we really practice it, always going to hospital, and even our money we spend on hospital on malaria and typhoid, we will not be spending. So it's a lot of benefit. It makes us to live long.
So we will join our people out there now, open the phone line so have them participate a little bit before we leave this place. So we're talking sanitation this morning. If you just joined us, you are listening to Roadway to Health. And our long program brought to you by the Ministry of Health, and we are in talks this morning with three experts from the Ministry of Health: Mr. Paul Y.S. Omni, Acting Director, Mr. Timothy Keita, National Watch Coordinator, and Mrs. Ubu Soni. So we are talking sanitation this morning. To be a part of this conversation, you can call us on 0880-514-096, 0880-514-096, 0775-677-376, 0775-677-376 are the numbers to call. Call us this morning and be a part of this discussion. 0880-514-096, 0775-677-376.
Yeah, yes, Ninja, before we take the course, let's just highlight something from the Ministry of Health Facebook page. The Ministry of Health mourns the passing of Dr. Jennifer Alma Harris and Dr. Subaru Atunde Elakron, physicians whose legacy I going to live on forever. They pass on. Of course, we want to say never mind to the bereaved families. And remember, the Ministry of Health has transitioned to the TB reporting from quarterly to monthly nationwide beginning this January. So it's a big news again. And congratulations to the able minister, Dr. Louis Marklet Boto, and the rest of her deputies and Chief Medical Officer of the Republic of Liberia. 0880-514-09607. Okay, somebody is on the line. Just please speak with this person.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
My
your
name
name?
is Tiwa. What I want to say, when the people take their diet, they sit in their houses, get their diet to the children will go and go to the right in the street. So the only thing I want the government to do, let somebody be around. By the time they jump in there, you hold their hand and say, let's go to the left, let's go there. And you tell the people the next time we see it, we will find them. Let's continue to find that the government get money. They will have enough money. Because people are sitting in their house and get dead to go to fast money. So when you can't grab it and go for their business, if somebody there grab it and carry it to the person who sent it without that, you find them, they will not do anything. We will not do it, I'm not telling myself. We will not do anything. So every time they go clean the place, you see the place decked. You go for thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, your name and where do you join us from?
I think I got to read that every here, so I'm maybe kind of what I think I will just get for you.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much for the program. Talking about is our own health. Sanitation is very important, very, very important to our life. But, you know, as one of the guests there, I was receiving your I was still, I remember I went to some kind of number two and was on the market where I went to a yard as I wanted to use that bathroom. And he said, no, that's the one year that I see and people on the bathroom. When I went there, I saw toilets all over the place. And their kitchen is not far away from where their bathroom is. I had to come and tell them people, the children, toilet all behind the place there. And they start living for their family, well, on the food that you put in.
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
Thank you. We have a quick
Good morning.
summary.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you for the one-on-one discussion. And I think Ministry of Health and the EPA play a pivotal role in this sanitation process. But you have to, the Ministry of Health has to be more proactive. You know that you have to do community engagement, meet with the community leaders to ensure that the issue of imposability become harder. Because if you impose it for the community angle, well, anybody caught disposing drug or gathering from lawfully or in some, people will be fined, the community get a benefit on our fine, the government through the ministry get a benefit on our fine, it becomes more effective. Because the country has become a democracy, you see all around,
Oh, okay.
all around,
Okay.
it's our ecosystem.
All right, thank you.
Let's take from this side. Let's hear from this person.
Good morning. Can you walk away from your monitor?
Let's take this person.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Your name and where do you join us from?
I'm James N.K. Kola,
Let's,
calling from a Catholic community.
okay, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I think really one of the brothers just said something rightly concerning about engagement to the community leader. We have been facing similar problems like this in a Catholic community. We have tried to see how best to start the circle with a diet, but people can just give it to them at night, at sunlight in the morning, just see all around the streets. So let the Ministry of Health and EPA engage community workshops and call people community leaders and get in touch. But their power is, I mean, when they give tax to people in the community, people will be able to start exercising these things because they are backed by government.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll take the last person. No time.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Please go ahead quickly.
Yeah, this is very significant. We don't have to rush our citizens because this is very significant. The key discussion from Jericho did it. Well, this is good, but government needs to send frames and take drastic actions. And if phone is not available, because we'll keep talking this one thing forward and over, cleaning the cities, environmental health protection agencies, they are there to see how better this thing can be handled through the Moreover City corporations and getting along with things in city corporations. But if citizens are not willing to take care of the environment,
Sure.
then I don't think will be developed. Because people, you see, let me tell you one of the things that government just did drastic action on. You see the mineral water system that they bring into this country. They press people, people say that inside people and then incorporate these people. Mineral water, take the plastics from the market and bring bottles. Because anybody that says drink, I don't care how people drink the community in the morning. And so they drink water, they will dash all those things there.
All right.
Okay.
To control garbages.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
No time, sir. Thank you. Angel,
Yeah, so
we are running out of time.
So Director, just respond in summary to some of the concerns. We don't have much time.
Okay, thank you. I think all of them made a very valid point, especially the issue about doing a kind of robust community engagement is very important in this endeavor. we need to actually do that through the community leadership, and we should use a kind of a holistic approach, an integrated approach. All of the relevant institutions that should be doing anything around sanitation should join to do this particular thing. And I think that is very, very much important for us.
Just give your parting comment.
So basically, I want to say that sanitation is everybody's business. We need to start with it in our very homes, and improve sanitation means having a kind of sanitary facilities that you can properly manage the human waste and all of waste generated by you as a person at the level of the community, so that it doesn't spread and for germ to take opportunity of it and grow, and then it creates sicknesses for us. And the way we can start that, we start cleaning our various bathroom. There's some homes, if you go there and then you ask for the bathroom, that one is not government. Government will not enter your bedroom. Government will not enter your bathroom to clean it for you. You should be able to have that mind that this environment needs to be to that level that I can feel comfortable and feel safe to use it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, quickly.
Okay. Thank you, Melvin. Melvin and Angeline, and the public. When you notice that you get tired from, you already finish eating people already. So they get to know that one. And the public, let's go to allow Renland. Please let us clean our environment. Let us clean where we live. If we keep that place clean, we will not get sick. We will not go to hospital. Our children will go to school in good health. Our family will enjoy us. We will provide money to help everyone. And Liberia will grow. The economy will grow. And everybody will be happy. If we get this sanitation to be a good practice for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Sonny.
Okay, thank you, Melvin and Angeline. Angeline, who love to be behind the mic, she has passion so much. And Melvin, who is always sitting behind the mic, smiling. And I thank you. So, to the listening public and to Liberia as a whole, we want you to take sanitation into your hands. This sanitation is everybody's effort. It will take everybody's effort to make Liberia clean and to help us from getting diseases that will kill us soon. So please clean your homes, clean your public places, clean your public toilet, whether pharmacies, hospital, whatsoever ministries. Let's keep our public places, our public bathroom clean and safe for everyone. Let's keep Liberia clean so that we can be able to attract others to come to our country.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's keep Liberia clean. Sanitation is everybody's business, but of course, the education will come around. It starts with us in the community. We have to start practicing proper sanitation. With that, we stand a better chance to remain healthy. With that, this is how I would like to leave you on today's edition of the program, Roadway to Health. Many thanks to our guests and Mr. Paul Y.S. Kunimi, Acting Director, Environmental and Occupational Health Unit, Mr. Timothy Keita, National WASH Coordinator, Mrs. Hupu K.S. Soli, Research and Development Coordinator at the Ministry of Health. Thanks to you, our listeners, for playing your listening roles this morning. We have been your host, Angela Noah and
Melvin Stewart.
And A.B. Salif has been here carrying us live. Until next Tuesday, have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, man.